All right, so we got every Space Marine chapter in Astartes 2 explained. By the way, that Bricky video, we're definitely we're gonna check it out, y'all. I think I just took like just 1 or 2 days off, just to like reset. But listen, man, we back, we better than ever, man. Shout out to everybody who still supported, even when I took the 1 or 2 days off, because in my whole YouTube journey, I never took a break, y'all. Like it's me uploading videos every single day for years. So I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna take like this day off or whatever, upload like a video, even though that's not taking a day off because I uploaded one video. But listen, we're back better than ever. We are uploading that Bricky video today. We will get to it, I promise you. And we got this Astarte video. We got a bunch of videos coming through. I just want to say thank y'all so much for still showing up, watching my videos, man. It means a lot. Like I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, hold on, let me see. People still watching the videos, so it's crazy, man. Let's get to the videos.
Hey guys and gal, better late to the party than never, am I right?
True.
I run on Australia time, which is like normal time but upside down, and I'm severely retarded. So with that said, I thought it'd be cool to check out which Space Marine chapters will be in Astartes 2 based upon the ones that are in the trailer, as well as tell you a bit about them and what I think they'll loosely be getting up to in Astartes 2.
Now, if you guys actually don't remember this Astartes 2 trailer, this happened like, I think this Astartes 2 trailer was like a month or two ago. And bro, it came out like at 6 a.m. Luckily, I was up. Bro, I was up like at around like 6 or like 7 when I usually wake up early. Yo, I checked out the trailer, man. A lot of y'all liked it. It hit like 2,000 views in like a few hours. That was I've never had that before. That was crazy. Even on like a Call of Duty trailer day, like and those do really good. Like, whenever I react to like a gaming trailer or whatever, those do really good in like the first few hours. But like, bro, like this blew it out the water. I'm like, yo, shout out to y'all for supporting. And yeah, I don't think I recognize a lot of, like, at first I thought I saw the salamanders, but a lot of y'all was like, nah, the salamanders are not in there. But yeah, we're gonna learn today.
Before we get started, improving your diet, losing fat, and gaining muscle doesn't have to be this dramatic Herculean effort of will and a lifestyle. In this video, today I'll go over the chapters featured in the Astartes 2 trailer, discussing their lore and based upon that, what they may actually do in Astartes 2. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it! And the TTS is coming back, y'all. I promise it's coming back, y'all. Hey, today, man, yo, I might be trapped in this room. I may be trapped in this room for like a few weeks, y'all. We got so many videos to catch up on and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
We'll go in chronological order of what was shown just to make things easier. So the first Space Marine we see is on the thumbnail, a Deathwatch Terminator, which I believe is actually a teaser to what the plot of Astartes 2 will be, but more on that later. The Deathwatch are a collection of all the different loyalist chapters merged together into a specialist anti-Xeno force. They dedicate their service almost entirely to the slaying of Tyranids, Tau, Eldar, Necrons, Orcs, and anything else that deviates from humanity. A Marine will be chosen, as an honor, to serve with the Deathwatch for decades or centuries.
So basically, what's his name? The GOAT. What's his? Obviously, not Vulcan. The other GOAT, my other GOAT, Titus. Titus was basically like he was a part of the Death Watch, and then obviously he's on the Ultramarines now. But like, yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Just to show off just to show off, that I know a little something.
Becoming a beast at Xeno slaying before eventually returning to their chapter, sharing their knowledge and experience and becoming a respected Xeno slayer of the chapter. Or they'll fucking die, which does happen a fair bit. The Death Watch serve the Auto-Xenos branch of the Inquisition, acting as their elite military force in a similar way to how the Grey Knights are the elite military force of the Auto-Malleus. While we don't see them in the trailer, the fact that they are on the thumbnail likely has some meaning, which I'll touch on later. The first chapter we see in action in the trailer are our boys from the first Astartes, the Retributus chapter, who look like they're back in action in a big way for Astartes 2. The awesome thing about this chapter is that when Astartes 1 was released, it was an unofficial fan animation, with the Retributors being a homebrew chapter. However, when GW acquired Astartes, they became canon and an official part of Warhammer 40k's lore. The Retributors are known for their tactical, methodical, and zero hesitation methods. They don't shout war cries or swap to melee combat for no reason. They approach every situation in the most logical way possible. They also seem to
That's what makes them, bro. I think I watched my first experience of watching like the Astartes video or whatever was like some months ago, y'all. Bro, they look calculated, bro. They don't say no words, they don't scream, they are calculated, bro. They're like robots out there. Even though like at the end they all got skadoosed by like some type of like energy thing or whatever, bro, they are calculated, y'all. Real life, like it's diabolical.
Have a lot of experience dealing with Psykers, as evident by the squad taking out 2 Psyker warriors in Astartes 1 without casualties, and them instantly culling their Inquisitor ally when he was compromised. Even their near unpainted armor speaks of their lack of desire for glory and loud gesture, just the chapter that gets shit done and moves on. It's unclear if Astartes 2 will follow the same squad from Astartes 1 or an entirely different cast of Space Marines, but I'm glad the boys that kicked it all off are back. The next chapter featured are the Scythes of the Emperor, who have a pretty nasty vendetta.
Man, bro, their colors is nasty. Their colors is, bro, they looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers out there, yo. Yeah, hey, I pointed them out. I'm like, yo, I even said that in like the original trailer. I'm like, yo, they look like the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro.
Against the Tyranids. See, they have a proud history that extends all the way back to the Horus Heresy. They are descended from the brave Ultramarines who defended Sotha and the Forest device from the Night Lords, eventually being founded into their own chapter. The Scythes representing Sotha being a farming world. They took part in many great campaigns, however they got absolutely fucked on by Hive Fleet Kraken, who would consume Sotha.
By the way, if I'm looking over at my phone, y'all, I just found out that the Until Dawn movie, first of all, if you actually, bro, if anybody's still watching from Until Dawn, like from my Until Dawn videos or like reactions back in the day, which was like 2 years ago, I keep saying back in the day, shout out to y'all. But yeah, the Until Dawn movie's coming out, what, April 25th. And so I'm trying to text my friend to see if you want, you know, if he actually wants to come. And obviously, y'all know I'm a vlogging and stuff like that. If you actually want me to like vlog it and like really show my experience or whatever, bro, let me know down below. I know a lot of y'all actually like my vlogs and stuff like that. My 1 in like 20 million vlogs. But yeah, I got y'all if you actually want me to, you know, vlog my experience watching the movie and getting there and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get my friends on board.
Killing most of the Scythes in the process. The survivors would then land on a death world and fight in the last stand against the Nids, losing even more Marines until only a handful remained and escaped. Most of the handful that did escape were infected by gene stealers, so now must constantly wear psychic dampening hoods to keep the influence of the hive mind at bay. They got quite literally licked by the Nids. Fortunately, their chapter would be reinforced by the arrival of the Primaris, allowing them to re-enter the setting in force, but the tragedy was not yet done. While escorting Belisarius' call to the ruined Sotha to study the Forest device, they were ambushed by gene stealers. The Scythes fought bravely and even slew the gene stealer Patriarch, however all remaining firstborn Scythes were slain, meaning the chapter is now entirely made up of Primaris. Interestingly, in the Astartes 2 trailer we only really see firstborn Scythes, which may indicate that Astartes 2 takes place sometime in the past, perhaps just before the opening of the Great Rift and fall of Cadia near the end of M41, so not dramatically in the past, but I would not expect Astartes 2 to push forward the plot in any way. The next chapter we see is another Ultramarine successor, although I bet Guilliman wishes they weren't. The Mortificators. The Mortificators are kind of horrifying. The world they chose as a recruitment world is a brutal place, thus giving them strong candidates, however also practices spirituality.
Now, we've actually seen these guys before, y'all. These are the guys, they wear like the skulls and stuff like that on their face or something. I mean, I guess it's like their token or whatever, but like, yeah.
And cannibalism, which has leaked into the chapter, as the chapter now enjoys a bit of a human nom-noms, as well as adorning their armor with skulls and bones. They're probably the least ultra of all Ultramarines, and are genuinely horrifying. Like, they really blurred the line between what a good guy and a bad guy is supposed to look like, but they are loyal as loyal can be. I am not surprised that the trailer shows them fighting against the Orcs, as just prior to the Third War for Armageddon, the entire chapter entered into a trance and saw visions of Armageddon and its importance. Hence they deployed the entire chapter to go take part in the war, something that was very rare as most chapters only sent a portion of their strength. The Mortificators are very spiritual, regularly entering into meditations where they feel as if they receive visions and instructions from the Emperor. They would be extremely unnerving to hang out with. As the trailer shows them fighting Orcs, we could assume Astartes 2 takes place around late M41, as the Third War for Armageddon kicked off at 998.M41. Now you may have seen what you thought was
y'all see how he grabbing his neck, yo? And yo, this scene right here, where he was zooming down the hallway, this was hard. I'll admit that. That was hard.
Blood Angel in the trailer. However, in truth, it is a Blood Angel successor chapter, more specifically, the Angel's Vermilion. One of the most controversial of all Blood Angel successors, and that is saying something since pretty much every Blood Angel successor is controversial. The Angels Vermilion are isolationists. They do not fight alongside other chapters, not even other Blood Angel chapters. This is likely due to their particular method of staving off the Black Rage and Red Thirst, a shameful but effective method where once every 50 years they mass sacrifice a portion of their world's mortal population as well as a sanguinary fiery priest before they then bathe in the blood and then put the blood into tubes in their power armor that's slowly injected into themselves. This act means barely any of the chapter ever falls to the curse of the angel, but the act itself is horrific. The Blood Angel parent chapter eventually discovered this and were prepared to declare the Vermilion as renegades. However, the chapter master of Vermilion replied that if the Blood Angels declared them traitor, they would tell the entire Imperium about the Red Thirst and Black Rage, dooming the entire bloodline of Sanguinius. Thus an agreement was struck, but Dante vowed to never work with or help the Angels Vermilion. During the devastation of Baal, the Angels Vermilion were one of the only successor chapters not called upon. However, a few hundred of the most noble souls from the Vermilion came anyway, with Dante only accepting their aid after learning how hard they had to fight to reach Baal. So having this pretty unstable, controversial, and universally disliked chapter thrown into the mix should be very interesting. The next chapter we see in the trailer are the Sons of Medusa, one of the few Iron Hand successors in the setting. The Iron Hands have always had a great division in their ranks. Those Iron Hands that appreciate their mortal forms and flesh, embracing their humanity, and appreciating that although the machine is mighty, both Ferris and the Emperor had virtually no augmentations, which must mean that the flesh isn't weak. However, then there is the other philosophy, that the flesh is weak, that the flesh has caused the shortcomings and failures that led to the heresy, and only through replacing as much of the flesh as possible with iron and machine could the weakness of flesh be transcended. These are two extremely opposite ideals that have led to the Iron Hands having a number of cheeky civil disputes and even civil wars. Eventually, a large civil war broke out within the Mechanicus over these extremist philosophies, which the Iron Hands got involved in. However, before it could be taken too far, the Iron Hand extremists were exiled from the chapter. However, they remained steadfast and loyal to the Imperium, hence were eventually allowed to officially become their own chapter, the Sons of Medusa. Despite their shaky founding, the Sons of Medusa would be a loyal and mighty force for the Imperium, even taking part in the Bad Dab War on the side of the Imperium. The Sons of Medusa are also a bit strange in their chapter organization. It's kind of like 3 chapters in one, with each third of the chapter being a different war clan with a different leader, and these 3 leaders forming a council of leadership for the chapter instead of a chapter master.
I think this is the one right here where I thought that these were the salamanders. At first glance, my heart dropped. But then a lot of y'all was like, yo, that's not the salamanders. You're glazing. That's not the salamanders. That's not Vulcan. Yo, y'all just had to rain on my parade. Like, it's crazy.
When the Primaris reinforcements came, one of the war clans accepted them eagerly, whilst the other 2 were very resistant to it. In the Astartes 2 trailer, we see the Sons of Medusa facing off against the Tau. I can't actually find any lore regarding these 2 factions fighting, but that doesn't mean much. It's always cool seeing Xenos, not usually getting front and center attention, getting on the big boy animations. Now is a bit of an honourable mention here, which does spice up the potential Astartes 2 plot, is the featuring of a Chaos Warband during the trailer. This warband appears to be the Sons of Vengeance. These guys have been in the lore for a while but haven't really done much. All we know is that they were a loyalist chapter sent to crush a rebellion, but kind of took things too far and ended up falling to chaos as you do. They were last seen taking part in the fall of Cadia. I would say GW wanted to involve an already existing warband, but one without much lore, so they could add whatever flavour, characters and lore they want without upsetting the balance of an already fleshed out traitor warband. Here's where it gets interesting. Based on the Death Watch being in the thumbnail, as well as each chapter fighting Xenos in the trailer, as well as some comments from GW stating that this is like a prequel trailer to give background context to Astartes 2, we can comfortably say that Astartes 2 will likely feature Marines from these chapters put into a Death Watch squad together to hunt some sort of Xeno threat. However, with the trailer also showing off the Sons of Vengeance, the conflict could become a 3-way battle as Chaos gets involved. This is not uncommon in Warhammer. In Space Marine 1 you fight orcs, then Chaos arrives and becomes a 3-way battle. Various conflicts in 40k have also turned into a clusterfuck of Royal Rumble as various factions get involved. So I would not be surprised if the story follows our heroes taking on a bunch of filthy aliens and then a Chaos Warband gets involved and shit gets retarded in all the right ways.
That's just Warhammer though. Like bro, like as I learn more lore about Warhammer, bro, it's not a fair, it's never a fair fight at all. It's always a third party coming in. It's always a third party coming in. You know, oh, you got this faction working with this faction, and then once they start battling, this faction turns around and shoots the faction that they promised they were gonna work. Like it's just a bunch of betrayal, lie, bro. It's every single bad word in the dictionary, bro. I told you this multiple times.
Regardless, I'm keen as hell for Astartes 2. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then pick up Sev.
Shout out to my boy Majorkill, man, for this video. A lot of you guys actually wanted to check this video out as well, man. But I'm ready for that breaking video. It's like, bro, it's gonna be like an hour plus. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, yo, I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all know I won't lie to y'all. If there's some stuff that like we already know and everybody already knows, whatever, we might have to like cut it out. Cause hey, I'm gonna have to edit. I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. So overall, it might be like a 2-hour long video, y'all. But we gonna like, you know, edit up and stuff like that, y'all, because a 2-hour long video is absolutely egregious, bro. This ain't Avengers Endgame, but definitely it's gonna be like an hour plus long video of me reacting to everything, y'all. So yeah, best believe, yeah, we're gonna cover it up. A lot of you guys was like, yo, bro, the bricky video out. And don't worry, y'all, I got it. TTS is coming back. I know. Everybody was like, yo, TTS is dead. It's gone. It's a dead series. What happened? I'm like, yo, it's coming back, yo. It's coming back. I promise you. Other than that, man, thank y'all so much for rocking with your boy, man. It means a lot, man, because even when I take when I say take a day off, I mean when I upload one video that day, man, y'all still watch the rest of my videos, and it's not even just my Warhammer videos, man. Y'all watch the trailers, y'all watch the gaming rages, y'all watch like I said before, y'all watch the gameplays, the Nintendo videos. It's just nice to have an audience, man. Really, thank y'all so much for everything, man. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if y'all wouldn't mind, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below. And peace out, everybody.